What the hell was that?
Что это было? Черт возьми. Свет везде потух, и кажется, где-то здесь бродит страшная тварь. Мне нужно уйти. Окей, я реально напугался. Jesus Christ. Я помню, здесь где-то был крутой кинжал. Это не он, это не он! Эй, всем привет! Добро пожаловать на канал Darkness Crown. Мы с вами продолжаем прохождение Зов Ктулху. О, это что-то уже страшное. Какие-то жуткие щупальца. Воу, что это?
Who goes there?
Who goes there?
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Мне нужно выпить. Так, где я? Особняк Хокинсов, точно. Я узнаю это место, да. Только теперь наступил день. Эти ребята помогли мне сбежать с психиатрической больницы.
Did I sleep long?
Привет. Все это чертовски жутко. Брэдли, старый друг.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Сара Хокинс была предметом культа.
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
What?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
Вы видели, что Чарльз Хокинс жив?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Почему полицейский ведет себя так, как будто он ничего не помнит?
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Я нашел вот это.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the?
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
Бля, все это подозрительно. Кажется, память вас подводит.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
Странно. Это Фуллер основал Риверсайдский институт.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him.
Я видел мертвые тела.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes, I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan, and I'll prove it to you.
Не подскажете мне, что это за рецепт?
I found this at the Hawkins house. The doses seem insane.
Barbiturates. But these doses...
What do you mean?
Half the island is under treatment. What is prescribed here, however, is enough to knock out an ox.
Fuller wrote this prescription to fool everyone into believing she was mad.
Or perhaps her husband wrote it.
Perhaps Charles and Dr. Fuller were in league.
A conspiracy. How dreadful.
Да уж. А вы знали, что Сару Хокинс поместили в лечебницу?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Знаете, то, что они делали со мной...
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse.
Жуть.
Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed... demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells, an infernal machine, horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
Возможно, я нашел зацепку.
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Он назвал его бродягой.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Давайте сохранять благоразумие.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Кажется, я сделал какой-то выбор, который повлияет на мою судьбу. Не знаю, хорошо ли это. Черт возьми! Мы получили еще 2 психологические травмы. Это страшное открытие, которое я сделал, осмотрев подвалы психиатрической больницы, и смерть Фрэнсиса Сандерса. Все это повлияло на мой рассудок, и испытания, которые мне пришлось пройти, оставили свой след. Но все же я справился. Я пытаюсь занять свой разум, прогнать сомнения и болезненные воспоминания. Мой путь еще не окончен. Кто знает, куда может забрести разум по тропе безумия.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Здрасте. Выходите за меня замуж. Днем этот особняк не выглядит таким страшным. Уходим. Откройте. Hello?
What can I do for you, sir?
Oh my
Mrs.
god.
Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Ну и лицо у нее.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
О, смотрите, кто здесь.
Look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker.
Хм.
This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Мне не нравится цвет ее стен.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned.
Господи,
You,
ну у
on the
нее
other
и
hand, a
анимация.
perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Можно сказать, что он умирал у меня на глазах и страшно кричал.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Это не я отправил его туда.
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Откуда вы знаете Сару Хокинс?
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
А что здесь делает Кэт?
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much at least.
Ваш муж говорил с вами про бродягу?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Что ж, с удовольствием взгляну на эту картину. Так. Что у вас тут? Не возражайте, если я взгляну?
Did she really care for him after all?
Письмо с отказом. Уважаемая госпожа, я подтверждаю получение письма, в котором вы требуете вернуть вам тело почившего мужа. К сожалению, вынужден сообщить, что я не могу вернуть его вам. В момент подмещения в больницу вы подписали форму отказа, которая позволяет мне избавиться от тела таким образом, который я сочту наиболее подходящим. Глубочайшие соболезнования, Томас Фуллер. Пак! Фуллер! Ты уже всем надоел.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Это фотография Сандерса и Сары Хокинс. Наверное, они были близки. Я могу расследовать происшествие. Так, что здесь у нас?
Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
Они дружили? Или нечто большее? Что это?
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Пианино.
A house of artists.
Так, и что это тут у
He
нас?
finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Наконец-то он получил свою картину.
He didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Сара Хокинс не хотела, чтобы Сандерс получил картину, но он ее получил.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Ревновала ли его жена? Вау! О май гад!
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Мне нужно увидеть эту картину самому. Надеюсь, я не выдавлю себе глаза точно так же. Медицинские конспекты. Том 2. Это повысит наш навык медицины. Пианино. Это что-то вроде что-то открывает. Может быть, если тут как-то правильно сыграть, то откроется что-то? Нет? Не знаю. Так. Ладно, нужно здесь все обшарить. Черт, дверь закрыта. О, это картина жены.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Запись для фонографа, которую Фрэнсис Сандерс оставил своей жене Ирен. Можем ли мы прослушать эту запись? Так.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Там сейчас проиграла музыка.
Take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
Francis, I should never let them take you away. What have I done? Everything is my fault.
Там сейчас проиграла музыка, как на пианино. Я вот уверен, что нужно ее сыграть, и все что-то откроется. Ладно. Вопрос анатомии. Медицина повышена.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Древний амулет, скорее всего, индейский. Интересно, для чего он? Кит и треска. Краткая история острова Дарквотер Эрвана Гринмаута рассказывает о былой славе острова.
I could use one of those.
Снова снотворные таблетки. Интересно, кому их прописали, Фрэнсису или Ирен?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Дорогой Фрэнсис, умоляю тебя не мечтать даже об этой проклятой картине. Если наша дружба для тебя хоть что-то значит, пожалуйста, избавь меня от чувства вины. Я не могу стать причиной твоего падения. Прошу тебя, мой дорогой друг, забудь о бродяге. Сара Хокинс. Сначала Сара не хотела ему давать картину, а потом просто подарила. Черт, это все странно. Тут у нас что? Ключ от галереи Сандерса. А это? Давайте почитаем. Оу. Молот тварей, том 2. Это энциклопедия чудовищных и неизвестных тварей. Я начинаю верить, что они существуют. Как только я прочел книгу, мне здесь показали, что это повлияет на мою судьбу. Возможно, не стоило читать столь страшные тексты. Черт. А вы читали?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Еще одна картина Сары Хокинс.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
А что ты тут делаешь?
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say? Not now, sweetheart.
И это все?
I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Она неразговорчива. Так, что же все-таки с этим пианино? Я к нему вернулся и стою здесь уже час. Вау! Сработало! Все-таки я умудрился открыть это пианино.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Искусство и мистицизм. Забытые предметы. В этой книге Фрэнсис перечисляет и классифицирует различные предметы различных эпох и разного происхождения, которые связаны с оккультными или мистическими практиками. Книга открыта на странице с кинжалом, на котором изображен и неизвестный мне символ. Вау! Но это мне повысило оккультизм. Я думаю, пришло время осмотреть эту страшную картину. Откроем галерею и вперед. Hello? Тут кто-нибудь есть? Ну и что это? Великолепно. Здесь куча кинжалов, абсолютно разных. На витринах.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Похоже, Фрэнсис Сандерс любил коллекционировать кинжалы. И для чего они ему? Какая жуткая галерея.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
О, гад. Круто, конечно. Alright.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Еще один кинжал. Ну и что это у нас? Рисунок кинжала. Не обладает даже крупицей таланта Сары Хокинс, Сандерс в мельчайших деталях нарисовал кинжал необычной формы. На гарде изображен эзотерический символ, который часто встречался в его переписке с Сарой Хокинс. Это важно? Я думаю, пришло время осмотреть эту жуткую картину. Вау, да. На ней изображено что-то криповое. Окей. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу. Бро, сзади, не подходи к картине. Нет. Нет. Воу-воу-воу-воу. Она живая? Так. Оттуда кто-то вылезает. Как? Прячемся. Чисто, посмотрите. Май гад, что за монстр? Май гад. И что теперь? Оу, меня здесь нет, сори. О, гад. No, please. Как он меня не заметил? Мне повезло. Оу. Вау, игра сохранена. И что теперь?
What the hell was that?
Что это было? Черт возьми. Свет везде потух, и кажется, где-то здесь бродит страшная тварь. Мне нужно уйти. Окей, я реально напугался. Jesus Christ. Я помню, здесь где-то был крутой кинжал. Это не он, это не он. Игра окончена. Кажется, мне нужно найти нужный кинжал и уничтожить тварь. Май гад. Он обнаружил меня. Jesus. Прячемся в шкафу. Ой, он меня нашел? О май гад. Стоп. Капец, это страшнее Outlast'а.
Down. This dagger.
Кинжал у меня. Уничтожим картину. Проклятие. Режь ее. Вау. Воу-па-па-па-па-па-па. Оу. Не-не-не, отпусти меня. О май гад.
What's the matter with you?
Гад. После
You
такого
sure you
снова
won't be
можно
needing
попасть
that
в
hand?
психушку.
You're losing it, detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Кажется, она ничего этого не видела, видел только я, потому что взглянул на картину. Эта картина проклята.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. Pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Ты знала про монстра?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
Oh.
And by the way, Where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
И ты даешь мне эту информацию бесплатно.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Фу. Это было реально страшно. God. Oh, мисс? Сумасшедший дом. Фу, ребят, на этом все. Если так дальше пойдет, то я сам откажусь в психушке. Это было ужасно страшно. Если тебе понравилось это видео, то ставь свой палец вверх. Не забудь подписаться на мой канал, просто кликнув на корону, а также жми колокольчик, чтобы не пропустить следующее видео. Вы все очень классные ребята, оставайтесь такими же. Пам!